to you, man. That was your man. Why you tell on it?
Now I love
Answer
that you
question. That's a real question.
And I'm answering. Just shut up. If you read the article, Kooda B told on himself. Kooda B pointed out the shooter. I paid Kooda B to shoot the fucking gun at Chief Keef, and Kooda B told the feds who really shot the gun, nigga. Read it up right now. Put Kooda B tells feds, and the article gonna pop up. And nobody say nothing. Let him look it up and pop. And when it pop up, read it out loud. The article.
Now, okay. Now we getting more into this Kooda B story. Now, we can't let a rat, we can't let Snitch 9 tell us some BS about, you know, some stuff we know is not true. Now, Kooda B, basically he was caught on camera. Like we know Snitch 9 got on TMZ and put the hit out on him. It was like a 2-3 minute. That clip was used in court. We know it got millions of views to this day on YouTube. I don't even know how much revenue they got from it, or just how much it was on TMZ.com or whatever. But it's like, yo, we know how it goes. All right, now when you're caught red-handed, and if they got you on camera, they got your phone tapped, they got everything tapped, you would be a dummy. Like, either it's the difference between you getting 5 years and you getting 25 years. So if they already got you on camera, they already got you on video. If you say no, that's not me, guess what's happening to you? They throwing a whole book at you. Now we gonna keep hearing what this rat, this rodent Snitch 9 got to say.
Nobody say nothing. Because everybody would have bring up Kooda B. Kooda B told on himself, nigga.
Real
Pull
quick,
up the article right now
I'm about
and
to
read it for the
rotate
whole
the room.
Clubhouse.
Once again, Kooda B told on himself. No, if you're Snitch 9 got on TMZ, so basically ratted on him, got the boys on him, said, yo, I'm gonna give you a 20-pack, a 30-pack, whatever. Said he was gonna pay him. Now this had the feds go to Kooda B. So Kooda B either had a decision. Either you're gonna sit here and tell on yourself, you're gonna sit here and say, yo, I admit your guiltiness. Okay. Listen, my role was this. I did this, yeah, that was me. All right, yeah. I know y'all already had the line tapped, and I know y'all know this number called me, which was Snitch 9. So yes, like, all right, yeah, I agreed to shoot him for this amount of money, and yeah, I was in that area. Yeah, that's correct. And I know you already got me on camera. You already got everybody I was with, the 2-3 people I was with. Like, you got all the information. Like you don't really need me, to say anything. Anything I disagree with is gonna get a book thrown at me. So, Kooda B thought to himself, do I want to do 5 years or do I want to do 25 years? Did he snitch on no one? No, he snitched on himself. And what I mean by that, he just pled guilty. Plenty of people admit to, like, when they get caught red-handed in crimes, they just say, am I going to go to trial or I'm just going to plead guilty? It's like, it's just what some people do in the criminal world when they get caught red-handed for something. Is a decision. It's actually the decision between Mel Murder and Shadi saying they guilty, getting 10 to 15 years from someone like like a Nuke and like a Harv who got like 30 years because they decided to take it to trial. So Kooda B didn't want to take this to trial. Now, if you don't plead guilty to something, you're gonna have to force you plead guilty to a lesser charge and see how you can work with that, or you just gonna have the whole book thrown at you.
I'm about to rotate the room for more people that want to talk. If you haven't been talking, I'm about to drop you to the audience.
But see, hey, look,
Cricket. Hold on, I'm looking it up. Hold on.
I don't know. That nigga got quiet.
Man, real quiet.
That nigga got quiet.
I'm doing my motherfucking homework.
What was the article? Right.
So you
guys,
never.
I've been getting some.
Put it up, my nigga.
I've been getting some back channel messages from people from New York who want to come up and ask questions. So if we're rotating,
yes, I'm rotating everybody out right now.
All right, y'all, give us a second.
So go ahead. And
hey, yo, look, anybody
we literally got like 55 people on
stage. Look, anybody that's with Sleepless in LA, it's not personal. We just trying to get other people on the stage. So if y'all on the stage, make sure y'all saying something, y'all interacting, because we're not just gonna have, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. Can I say
the article?
I got
read the article.
Hold on. So 6 9.
Let me say something real quick
Y'all
while he
be
look
active.
that up. Like, cause and I wish Hefe was up in here. I ain't gonna sit here and necessarily say I like this nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if a motherfucker say some shit I agree with, I'm gonna agree with it. You know what I mean? So it's like this nigga literally answered y'all question and said, if them niggas stay solid, he'd have been up in the, you know what I mean, doing his time.
Nah, I'm on that Kooda B shit though. Pull that up.
Now, I don't know. It seemed like Snitch 9 paid a whole bunch of people or got a whole bunch of either his fans, his groupies, or just his counterparts. That's, because we know how Clubhouse is kind of, everything is kind of circled with certain people. They control the rooms. But everybody in with the whole around this Snitch 9 dude stay solid, and that's why they locked up right now, because of Snitch 9 pointing fingers. Let's not act like he didn't go in court and point the finger at people that some of them law enforcements had no evidence on. And once again, this is how Nuke, and even got he's the only one that really got the finger pointed at him by Snitch 9. Like, he went in court, pointed fingers, and said he did it. It don't get no more snitchier than that.
Yeah,
Who?
you gotta pull it up.
I could read it.
Hey, you wasn't agreeing with that nigga before. Come
I
on.
Pull that
just
up.
told y'all niggas. I said I don't
He
like
just
Yo,
this
you
said
ain't
it.
nigga,
gotta
bro.
get loud, my nigga.
Wack.
Relax.
Hey, Wack. Hold on. I know y'all got something in the works going on or something, man. But hold on. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, pull that. Yeah, because you brought it up, my nigga. Because if you
No,
wrong
no.
about it,
I pulled
I
it up.
got a,
That's what
I
if a
got
niggas
a
want.
nigga
question.
told on
I got a
himself,
Want to
question
know.
though.
That's
Bring
what
up
niggas
the
want
New
to
York
know.
niggas you was talking about, Christian.
if a nigga told,
Now, it's hard to keep even listening to this. Yeah, I'm pausing it, but it's hard to listen to this because, already diagnosed this. Snitch 9 snitched on them in multiple ways. Yeah, you can say, with the whole court thing, and when the cops came to him, he ratted. This is another thing of Snitch 9 ratting more, because if they had Kooda B already on camera and TMZ and voice recording and all of this, if Snitch 9 would have said no at this point and not snitched more on Kooda B, even though he's the reason why Kooda B got caught in the first place by making a video on TMZ. But we know Snitch 9 would still be locked up because he told it all. He told Jim Jones, he told Casanova, he told Cardi B. We know all these people basically, got cases on them now, or the feds on them now because of this rap. Like,
told on himself,
They
my
Yeah,
coming
nigga.
I
up.
wanna, I
Hold
wanna, I
on. They
wanna
come.
address the
Listen.
shit
Yo,
you
y'all
was
can hear
talking.
me?
Hey, Joseph,
Yeah,
you been up here
Yeah.
enough, my nigga. We'll bring you
I,
back
I
up in a
wanna, I
minute.
Yo,
wanna
can y'all
address
hear
the
me?
stuff when he's saying
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was like
yeah.
one of the only rappers rapping what he was rapping about. I wanna address that. So if you got gangster niggas that's supporting
Yo,
you,
can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
yeah,
we
Yeah,
hear
We
you.
can hear
yeah,
you,
Yeah,
6ix9ine.
yeah.
yeah.
You can
yeah.
hear me?
So
You can.
yeah, 6 Now I wanna ask you a question. So you said ain't nobody else rapping what you rapping about because you did it for real. But if you got gangster niggas protecting you, you going around, that's not real, brother. Like you just doing the work
Nigga,
on what
every
other
rapper
people
got
doing.
gangster niggas protecting them. What the fuck you
Yeah,
talking
but
about?
I'm just saying, ain't none of them
Yo,
doing the shit he
could
said.
y'all hear me? Yo, could
Yeah,
y'all
bro.
hear
Yeah,
me?
Yeah, we hear you
Yeah,
Yeah,
now.
we hear
yeah.
you.
Alright,
he
so
in a bad area, y'all.
listen to me. A rapper in Tekashi 6ix9ine entourage pleaded guilty. It's on the Daily News. A rapper in Tekashi 6ix9ine entourage pleaded guilty Monday to his role in a dangerous attempt to settle a hip-hop beef by shooting at a rival in front of the Times Square Hotel. Kintea Kooda B. McKenzie said, Kooda B. McKenzie said he accepted money from Tekashi and then arranged
Oh,
for
he's a
a
rat.
shot to be fired at a rapper Chief
He's a
Keef
rat.
before.
Kooda B's a rat.
now, okay. Now, once again, I'm always on point about stuff like this. Everything I just said is just, once you plead guilty, and it's funny how I called it once again, but once you plead guilty, you have to tell them your role. What are you pleading guilty of? So once you plead guilty, you are forced to say, all right, yeah, I did. That was me. So once you plead guilty, you're pleading guilty to shooting at Chief Keef. You're pleading guilty to accepting the money. You're pleading guilty to doing that. Like, if you want to call pleading guilty snitching, I don't, it's like, come on, you're saying your role because, you could sit here and say, oh, you could plead not guilty if you want. And then they got you on TMZ from Snitch 9. Then they tapped your line. Your line is tapped because, so they got you on like 3 different outlets. Then they got you in the area that happened with Chief Keef or whatever. So, and then Snitch 9 is cooperating. So that's like 4 different ways they got you. So if you say you're not guilty, guess what? That time from you doing 5 years, it go from 25 years. It can go to 30. Like anybody who really from the streets done seen several times how people try not to plead guilty and get a whole book thrown at them. Like I said, we could look at the situation with Nuke. Nuke could have pled guilty to a 10-year case, but he's like, why would I plead guilty to a case when they don't have me on phone tap, they don't got me on video, they don't got me on camera, they don't got no one. The only thing they got is Snitch 9, and unless he come to court and point me out, I'm all right. But guess what? Snitch 9 came to court and pointed that man out. And once again, we know that same person, Nuke, is the same person who saved Wack 100 from getting hands put on him in the game, getting hands put on him in Brooklyn over under 2 occasions. One time from Mano, another time from some other triple OGs. We know, there was multiple times that this same person that he pointed in court, and that Wack 100 is basically, like I said, it's sad how Wack 100 is trying to co-sign everything this rat saying. Free Kooda B. I'm not co-signed. Kooda B is not a rat. And it's sad how this rat trying to call him a rat. And this man, this man stood forward. This man stood tall. This is someone who, in the projects, shouts out to Kooda, in the projects, free Kooda, living in the projects. You offer somebody in the P's $30,000. You think they not gonna take that, man? You could have offered that to anybody. They would have took that. So, it's just, it's really a sad case. So, Wack 100 needs to call Snitch 9 daddy from now on. And Wack 100 is now a civilian, and whoever is pushing his set, because we know there's a bunch of Power Rule sets. Like, we need honestly, we need his whole set smashed. Anybody who say McCormick Power Rule, they fool. We don't need the, or one of the McCormick's Power Rule, whatever. We need them to. We need them to the DP him or to finish him off because he making the whole set look bad. And we definitely don't want to even saying the word Power Rule or blood or however anymore because this dude is a civilian.
Fuck is you talking about, nigga?
Kooda B's a rat, cause he's a street nigga, right? Kooda B's a rat. He's a street nigga.
Now,
Whoever
for
that
everybody
nigga
that
was,
want to bring up Kooda, no, listen, hold on. For everybody who want to bring up Kooda B, the article's right there, nigga.
I read that article when it first happened. The article just basically says he pleaded guilty to doing this and doing that. So if you want to say, that's sometime like when you plead guilty, you got to say, yeah, yo, that's the role I played. That's it. That had nothing to do with anything, but we know it was already on TMZ. So he could have said, no, it's not me. But we know Snitch 9 snitched on him on top of that. Besides the TMZ, so he was snitched on multiple ways. And we see what Snitch 9 like to do. He likes to, I don't know who taught him about being a man and being a gangster, but we know because you raise your voice, that's some straight woman stuff. Because you raise your voice or you get loud or you start screaming or yelling, doesn't make you more gangster, doesn't make you super tough in a situation. It's like he thinks by yelling, it means he's gangster, and it doesn't. It just shows how scared he is. You know what they say about the loudest person in the room, and it's like he always trying to be the loudest person in the room. I don't even know why that is, but let's finish this off. And shouts out to Chink Smooth, because I'm reacting to the clips he put up.
Wow. Kooda B tells fans, nigga.
Wow.
All right.
He told.
I'm back up. All right. Wow.
Wow. Hey.
I mean,
hold on. Everybody, hold on. Where's the nigga that asked me the question?
On this article, look at my PTR right here. I'm right here.
That nigga name is Levels. He at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's levels, ho. And this one right here, it say you told. It's a bunch of shit on the internet, regardless of the fact who told on who, nigga, use a rat. And Wack, you
Nah,
ain't
You
don't
did
can
do
this
that.
suck
only to
my
Don't
try to
do
dick,
say
that.
nigga.
nigga,
Don't do that.
use a
You
rat.
can't.
Now let's salute to whoever that was that took his time out to call out the rat. You know, and it's sad you hear Whack 900 defending this rodent, Snitch 9. He's don't do that, don't do what? Once you snitch, once you rat, once you tell on someone, like, guess what? Now you're open for scrutiny. You're open for to be called the rat. You cannot snitch and rat and don't, and not look over your shoulder thinking somebody gonna kill you that you snitched on. Or not think when people just gonna hear about you, not gonna say, oh, yo, you a rat, and disrespect you because you decided not to, when you decided from being, at first you was at first you was a civilian, but then when you started to get in the streets, you became not a civilian no more. So now, once you turn back and start ratting on people and snitching on everybody who saved your life and who you did criminal activity with, you sitting there putting hits on people and telling people do this and do that. Some of these people, they wouldn't have never did, any criminal activities for you. They already was doing them, and they was doing good by not getting caught. But then when they involved themselves with you and trying to help you out, that's when they got into it. Now, salute the homie for calling out a rat, because it's like anything. If you see a gangster, you greet a gangster. If you see a rat, you feel me, if you hear about a rat, you gotta call a rat out. You feel me? Nobody should want to be next to a rat or even see a rat. Should never, but let's keep going. Salute the homie.
I can do that.
With Kooda
What you
B.
mean?
You came in here talking about Kooda
It's
B.
right here. It's articles up. It's the hood. What the hood is saying this nigga told on
Nigga,
this
fuck
nigga,
the
bro.
hood and fuck
Fuck
your
is
hood,
you
nigga.
talking
Suck my
about, nigga?
dick, nigga.
Fuck these articles.
Now here we go. I think all of this inviting people to your manhood. Like anybody who really me. I'm born in the '90s. Like we know that this must be some 2000 stuff, or maybe this might be like 98, 99. But anyone who really from the streets know you don't tell nobody. You don't invite nobody to your manhood unless you're ready to die. That's something you don't do. Unless you're really ready to bleed. Because people take that serious. Those are dying words. Those are, certain words are in the dying words category. Including inviting someone to your manhood, disrespecting people, moms, grandmoms, or dead close relatives, or close family. Like those are death. Those are things that when you do those things, when that person see you, they should kill you. They should handle you accordingly. Because that's the most disrespectful stuff. Now, I don't know why he's sitting here still thinking it's cool to invite people to his manhood, but it's a sad case.
This nigga on the streets use a rat.
All right, and in the
And whack
streets,
you
because
up here
I'm in the
and whack
streets
you
every
up here
day, nigga.
giving this nigga a platform to be
Hey,
cool.
well,
Yo,
nigga,
so
you
put it
on the
like this. Put it
platform,
like
you
this.
Telling
weird
Put it
this
like
ass
cool?
this.
nigga. What
Telling
you
this
doing on the
cool?
platform then?
Since when telling
Why are
been
you on
cool?
the platform?
Is this nigga a fucking rat,
Why
nigga?
So
are you
Is this
on the
yo,
really
why you
platform?
telling?
can't?
Whack 100 is mad at this guy for calling Snitch 9 a rat. Well, yo, he's on the platform because, like, what he's supposed to do? Not get out, not get on the platform because a rat is on the platform to call him out for his ratting? It's like, no, once you do unhonorable things, you should be, called out about it.
Wasting your
Cool.
time.
Since
Why
when
are you
telling
on
this
the
cool, bro?
platform
Why
talking to
are
the
you
rat?
here wasting your time?
Hold
That's what
on.
I'm
Why
saying.
are
You
you on
really
the
a fan.
platform talking
No,
to the
he's a
rat?
fan. Yo, whack. He's really a fan.
A
He never got to speak to
fan of
celebrities
who?
before.
I don't
No,
condone no
yo,
fucking
you a
ratting.
fan. Yo,
Niggas
listen,
weird. I don't
You
condone
a
no
Why are you on
fan.
the
fucking ratting,
platform?
dog. Fuck you
Because he's a
talking about?
fan.
Well, why are you on the platform talking to the rat? Hello?
That's cool.
Now, he's on the platform calling out the rat. Now, we're gonna continue to go, as we see Whack we see Snitch 9 is paying Whack 100. It gotta be maybe a mil, maybe a couple 100,000, or maybe it's just a mil, because we do know that he did come to Gilly and other podcasters and Joe Buttons and try to offer them big and enormous amounts of money to be on their platform so he can paint whatever narrative, like ratting is cool, snitching is cool, and what he did was not wrong. which, you know, anybody with a half a brain know. Once you start calling hits and doing whatever, like, you know, that's why nobody want to listen to your music. That's why nobody, you know, like you know, like you messed up. So free Kooda, free Mel Murder, free Nuke, free Shoddy, free everybody, you know, free all these individuals. There's so many people, you know, there's some people in between the cracks, but free everybody. And this is a sad case, you know, Wack 100 the civilian and Snitch 9 and what someone would do for a bag. It's sad. Subscribe, fuck with me.